Well, Lance and I were probably the first ones, or one of the first ones other than Jonathan's crew, to hear about it. And Lance had been in conversation with him, that day and then the next day, and I just sent him a text. I said, Jonathan, I said, just take a breath, and we're going to help you get this harvest done. In my head, it was, well, Lance and I will get done, and we'll find a head, and we'll go help them finish harvest. Well, before too long, Lance had kind of offered my services to help coordinate this thing. He said, Jeff does it on our farm, Lance runs the combine, I kind of coordinate help trucks where we're going. And he said he's pretty decent at it. And so it's like, well, okay, I'll do that. We had a meeting on a Sunday afternoon, and prior to that, we had just kind of put the word out as far as, hey, we're looking at doing a harvest bee, I guess is what they call it. And the response was overwhelming. Jonathan was getting phone calls, so they tried to divert it to Lance and myself and Mike Hebner. We took a lot of these calls, and before you know it, there are 8 guys offering combines, 14 or 15 auger wagons, and over 20 trucks. We knew there was going to be a lot of help, but the plan was to meet at the racetrack at, I think it was 7 o'clock or so on Friday morning. And our crew alone heading down the road, we've got several vehicles in tow. But as we get to the racetrack and you already see a bunch of equipment lined up, then you see us string in with our equipment, and then from the other direction, other people string in from their equipment. It was 15 or 20 minutes of just a constant flow of combines, trucks, and tractors pour into that racetrack. And I told him when I kind of gave the instructions just how emotional that was. And I'm not a real emotional guy, but to see that many people willing to help and show up in a parade like that morning to go accomplish this, that was pretty cool. We're very blessed in this area. People look out for each other for the most part. We have a strong sense of faith and a strong sense of community. And I think those are the reasons why people were so willing to help. Put politics or whatever you want to aside. When you see a neighbor who's hurting or something bad happens, this isn't the first time this has happened in the community. And unfortunately, this seems to happen every couple of years where we have to come together and do a harvest for somebody. And I say unfortunately because that means somebody's had tragedy in their life. But the reality is there are good people in this area who just want to help. So everybody shows up on that Friday. We all split off to our different fields. The biggest challenge was keeping in communication with everybody, because most of us had each other's cell numbers, but there were people from Marquette, people from all over. I had one guy's phone number. I would get a hold of him, or Mike Hebner would get a hold of him, and he would tell his guys, we're done with this field, move here. It was pretty amazing to watch that all work. You always wonder, do I have enough carts to go with the combines, enough trucks to get the grain away? We were going to an ethanol plant. An ethanol plant, you never know what that could be like. There could be lines where each truck waits 2 hours, or you could go in and out. And fortunately, Friday, there was no lines, no waiting. It was in and out. Trucks got back to the field quickly. Food arrived. The women did a great job distributing the food to people. We didn't stop for meals. Just as you're in a truck, they'd throw you your food, and the combines, auger wagon guys would take the food to the guy in the combine, and kind of kept everything rolling. Friday night, I think the last crew quit maybe 10 o'clock that night. They were able to go a little bit later because they were going to a different location with the grain. Saturday morning, so by the time we got there was about 750 acres left. That was done with, I think, 8 combines. I think there was 12 or 13 auger wagons that showed up. Then anywhere from 20 to 24 semis. Some guys just came one day. Some guys came and grabbed one load because we needed a truck. And so to do that in that amount of time, especially this wasn't the flattest ground that we had worked on, so guys new to all these people running it. I think we had one combine snoot get bent out of the whole deal. So when you consider that many people running in the same field and that much going on, to have that be the only breakdown was pretty cool.